America's game, Sunday afternoons carved out for family, food, and football. The NFL is the single most powerful sports league on earth, built on generations of loyalty, loyalty that no advertising campaign could ever buy. It's the farmer in Iowa who's never missed a Packers game. It's the retiree here in Florida who schedules dinners around the Buccaneers kickoffs. The kid in Texas who dreams of Friday night lights and one day making it to the big league. And yet, year after year, it seems, 12 minutes in the middle of the Super Bowl is no small thing. It's just music, right? It's the single most watched live performance in the world. Bigger than the Grammys, bigger than the Oscars. For some viewers overseas, the halftime act is the Super Bowl. And so who the NFL puts in that on that stage says everything about where the league thinks its bread is buttered. This year, they put Bad Bunny on that stage. Bad Bunny. Let's stop right there. Bad Bunny, a Puerto Rican performer whose music, whether you like it or not, has little to no connection with American football culture. A man who said he wouldn't tour the US because of immigration enforcement concerns, but suddenly decided the Super Bowl, America's biggest cultural export, was worth showing up for. That decision tells you a lot. It tells you about the priorities of the NFL, influence of Rock Nation, and the contempt with which the league executives treat their most valued and loyal fans. Today, I'm pulling back the curtain. Who made this call? Why do they keep doing it? And what does it mean for the future of the NFL that Instagram likes matter more than fans in the stands or fans who watch the games? Okay, before we talk about Bad Bunny, let's back up. The Super Bowl halftime wasn't always a circus of pyrotechnics and pop stars. In the early days, halftimes meant marching bands. Grambling State, FAMU, University of Michigan, USC Trojans, drums, cheer squads, formations on the field. It was part of the football experience. It felt tied to the game. By the late 80s, the NFL realized more people were tuning in, not just for football, but for the spectacle. That's when they started experimenting. In 1991, they brought in New Kids on the Block. In 93, Michael Jackson changed everything. Although I still think that Prince's halftime show was better, but that's just me. He turned halftime into a mega concert event that it is today, though. Since then, we have seen the highs. I don't think Springsteen was a high, but people say it was a high. But Prince playing in the rain, playing Purple Rain in the rain in 2007. U2 after 9/11. We've seen the lows, Black Eyed Peas, Maroon 5, um, Madonna. Oh, Lord of mercy. And we had the controversies, the wardrobe malfunction, which sent the NFL into years of, quote, safe classic rock acts. I guess we have Janet Jackson to blame for Madonna. But about 2019, something shifted again. It's when the NFL partnered with Jay-Z's Rock Nation to curate halftime. Suddenly, the slot became a platform for global stars, often with no connection to football. Shakira, Jennifer Lopez, The Weeknd, Rihanna. Big names, yes, but not choices made with the core fans in mind. The history matters because what used to be a show for football fans has become a billboard for cultural clout. And Bad Bunny is the latest proof. Okay, now when I was researching this because I knew I wanted to comment on it. I'm thinking, so who's making these decisions? I didn't think for a second that Ralph, I mean Roger Goodell was sitting around going, hmm, let's see, who do we pick this year? I know, Bad Bunny. Kind of like Bad Bunny. I know it wasn't Roger Goodell. So let's call roll. Who actually decided that Bad Bunny, not a country legend, not a rock icon, not even an American jazz great, we still haven't had any jazz, would headline the Super Bowl? Here are the names of the people who are responsible. Roger Goodell, my opinion, the worst commissioner that the NFL's had in my lifetime. The buck stops with him. If the NFL is if America's most powerful sports league, Goodell is the CEO. Nothing of this magnitude happens without his sign off. Second, Peter O'Reilly, who's an executive vice president of club business, international league, and events. So he is partly responsible for home season ticket holders losing home games, paying more, getting less. Okay. And if the NFL, if it's a major NFL event, the draft, international games, the Pro Bowl, which is booty now, why even bother with it? The Super Bowl, O'Reilly's fingerprints are all over it. He's the architect. John Barker, Senior Vice President of Global Events Production. Think logistics, spectacle, staging. Barker is the core, excuse me, Barker is the one making sure that the show is flashy enough to wow global media, not to make me want to watch or make me not want to go to the bathroom or go outside and get something to eat. Global media. Tracy Perlman, Senior Vice President of Marketing. Her world is brand image. She's tasked with making the league relevant to younger audiences. Okay. She's the same sort of person who would have been working in the PR department and the marketing department for Bud Light. Ryan, Ryan Mulvaney, I guess was his name. Yes, that that sort of thing. And of course, even more frightening, Jay-Z, the founder of Rock Nation. Since 2019, he has held the title of, quote, live music entertainment strategist for the NFL. That means he doesn't just suggest the halftime acts, he curates them. Every choice since then has had his blessing. And also with Rock Nation is Desiree Perez, CEO of Rock Nation. She closes the deals, she manages the contracts, makes the money side work. Well, there you go. That's the committee. It's not fans. It's not me. It's not you. It's not the players. It's not the owners. It's a mix of NFL executives and Rock Nation decision makers sitting in boardrooms and deciding what's cool enough for halftime. And what drives their decisions? It's not loyalty. It's not music quality for sure. I'm sorry, not music quality for sure. And it's not tradition. The driver is reach, or so they think. Who will trend globally? Who will bring in younger? They keep saying who will bring in younger audiences, but who they're bringing aren't audiences for the games every week. Let's be realistic. If you tune in to watch Bad Bunny, I mean, if you're from, I don't know, Puerto Rico, and you tune in to watch Bad Bunny because Bad Bunny is one of your boys, That doesn't mean that you're. I mean, you're gonna be watching Raiders games next year, every game. You're not. You're not going to watch the Packers. You're not going to watch the late. I mean, I almost said the Lakers. You're not going to be watching the Jets or the Bucks or the Falcon. You're not. You're watching this one event for 12 minutes. Who will please the advertisers who don't care about football? Don't care about you either. They don't care about you either. But they want exposure to supposedly new demographics. I don't think they're getting that demographic. I don't think they're getting what they're paid for. But this is why you get Bad Bunny, not because he fits the game, and it isn't necessarily because he is putting up a middle finger at a lot of the NFL's core customer. All of that figures in, and we'll talk about that in a minute. But because he fits the spreadsheet. All right, let's examine the pick itself. Bad Bunny, born Benito Antonio Martinez Acacio. He's a Puerto Rican rapper and singer who exploded out of an app called SoundCloud. And a lot of us don't even know what the hell SoundCloud is. I happen to know what SoundCloud is because I'm hip that way. Most of you don't have any earthly friggin' idea what that is. It happened in the mid 2010s. His sound is sort of a reggae and Latin trap. His brand is flamboyance, politics when it suits him, and a social media savvy. He's been Spotify's most streamed artist multiple years in a row. His album El Ultimo Tour del Mundo became the first all Spanish language album to hit #1 in the US Billboard 200. He's huge in Latin America, Spain, and among younger audiences in the United States. From a business standpoint, the NFL sees gold. He brings in Hispanic and Latino audiences, the fastest growing demographic in the US. But he only brings it to the 12 minutes. He brings in youth, TikTokers, Spotify addicts, Gen Z. But it's only to the 12 minutes. He brings in global eyeballs, but it's for the 12 minutes. But here's the problem that a lot of us have with Bad Bunny. Bad Bunny also said he wouldn't tour the U.S. because of U.S. immigration enforcement, specifically the fears of ICE raids. Okay, so because he thinks that he's all that and a bag of chips, as an '80s reference, that so many Spanish people show up to his concerts that ICE will be waiting outside, waiting to snag people who have broken the law and enter our country illegally. Not a bad idea, but probably not what's going to happen. So which is it? If America is too hostile for your fans to safely attend a concert, then why is it okay to headline the Super Bowl, the most American event on the calendar? This is where hypocrisy shows because it's not about principle, it's about platform. And when the paycheck and the spotlight are enough, suddenly those concerns just melt away. And the NFL doesn't care. To them, the global brand that makes them look trendy, whether football fans know him or not, like him or respect him, doesn't matter. It just doesn't matter. So meanwhile, the fans, the people who built the league, are left shaking their heads. See, you don't tune in the Super Bowl to be preached at by a marketing committee. You tune in for something that reflects the game, the culture, the grit. That's why shows like, I guess, like Springsteen and Tom Petty, or even especially Prince in the Rain, they felt American. They felt connected to football. See, I'm old enough to go back to why didn't you just have the marching band competition of America? Just have Grambling, do 6 minutes, and have FAMU do 6 minutes. Now, fantasy halftime is a sideshow. And it shows every year social media is flooded with who is this? Why do we care? Bring back the marching bands. And this isn't just grumbling, it's resentment. When the NFL tells you over and over that your loyalty doesn't matter, that's that they'd rather chase global trends and respect you, that resentment builds. And here's the danger for the league. When you keep telling your core customers they don't matter, eventually they start to believe it. And once that happens, they start to walk away. Okay. So, plainly put, the NFL chose Bad Bunny not because he fits the game, not because he fits the mark. It's not because he fits the marketing strategy. They handed halftime to a global brand while ignoring the very people who made the game possible. The names responsible are right here. Write them down. Roger Goodell, Peter O'Reilly, John Barker, Tracy Perlman, Jay-Z, and Desiree Perez. They're the ones who decided Instagram mattered more than Indianapolis. TikTok mattered more than Tampa. Clout mattered more than Cleveland, Green Bay, Pittsburgh, Dallas, and every other football town that built this league. And that's the insult. Halftime shows should be about honoring the game, the fans, and the culture. It should be a show. It should showcase music that's tied to America's backbone: gospel, jazz, country, rock, soul, marching bands, music that actually means something. Instead, the NFL tells you, "We don't respect you. We don't need you. You'll watch anyway." And maybe they're right for now. But contempt has a price. And every time they spit on their core audience, they inch a little closer to paying for it. So the next time that a halftime you see that halftime spectacle, remember, it's not about football. It's not about music. It's about marketing. And the people running the league have decided that you, the fan, are expendable. And until that changes, the Super Bowl halftime will mean less about a celebration of America's game and more a billboard for somebody else's brand. We see you again, go out there and learn something, love somebody. And for goodness sakes, now take care of yourself. We will see you when we see you. Bye bye now.